Got it. Oh my goodness. So how's everyone doing today? We have an extra journey session um, in our library this month because too busy at the beginning of the year, just scheduled one extra. So here we are today, and it's so appropriate because it is the day before Valentine's Day, which a lot of people celebrate as the day of love. I mean, ideally, we should be celebrating love every day. But yeah, this just turned out to be very, very appropriate. And I had some really nice messages coming through on what to share on this day. So let's get into it. We're going to do a nice activation meditation today, bringing in some really nice energies. So, as we know, there is a definite stirring this year of people stepping into who they are, what they really truly hold in their heart, and what they really want to experience here. Now, granted, some are choosing to transition, some are choosing to block it and stay where they are because of old beliefs and old projections, old family patterns, ancestral DNA, that type of thing. Um, these things tell us that we're safe here where we are. It's not safe to go forward, so we tend to stay stuck, but that's when our soul really starts to notice and things come into play. Disease starts to happen and lots of other things. Um, some people are dropping into addiction, and some are moving forward at a very fast pace, full force. So we're all in different spaces, and we all have to honor that within one another as well. There is certainly a divine timing for everything to take place, and we do definitely have free will to choose where we want to go and what we want to bring into this experience that we're living. And that's where that free choice comes in. We can choose to stay in our safe spot. We can choose to, get really into that space of feeling quite depressed and maybe fall into addiction because we aren't moving forward with what our soul wants. There's all kinds of things that can come into play with our free will as well. So, as my beautiful journey members that you all are, we know that these things come in to hold us back. Um, you have moved through a lot in the past couple of years. We know that we need to move through these things to clear the density of these old patterns, beliefs, fears that have been instilled in us in this lifetime through ancestral heritage and DNA, and certainly from the lives that we've lived before. This is the place where we come together to discuss all of this and to work through it with the beautiful support that you have for one another in this journey community. I love this community so much. I love the comments I get when you come into the clinic, the emails that I receive with joy, heartaches of you moving through certain things. You move through with greater ease, and I love to hear about all the accomplishments that you're achieving as that lights you up. Your whole aura just shines and radiates, and that's what truly lights me up as well in my heart. So thank you for being part of this journey. I just wanted to bring that in. So, as I stepped into this healer role, role, I truly stepped into it at a very, very young age for, a few different reasons, not necessarily to be a healer as we think in traditional terms, but, there was a lot of, family healing that needed to be done. And I just stepped into that role. That's obviously what my soul came here to do. And I've helped people survive over the years, to move through and thrive in various ways as well. And mainly what that comes down to, it's it's been about helping people, helping you see your true light within you, and to know that you truly can achieve love, abundance, well-being, just by truly being who you are in your heart. The things that you love to do, to experience, and by living that is what brings more love, more abundance, more health, more vitality. Okay. Yes, there's definitely some physical stuff that we need to do at some times, support with cleansing our systems, rebuilding, balancing with minerals, balancing hormones, whatnot. But it's the nourishing of your nervous system with truly loving yourself and truly knowing that you are worthy of creating a life that you want to live, that really does make the difference. There's a big push this year with becoming all that you want and have dreamed of being. The energies, with astrology and whatnot, are right and ripe for this kind of movement forward. I gotta get rid of that. I forgot to turn it on Do Not Disturb. The energies really are right and ripe for this kind of movement forward with this year. My beautiful journey members, you have come to such deep realizations within yourselves of who you truly are. You've worked through your knee-jerk reactions by really seeing the higher truth of the situations that come at you in your life. You've worked through grief, deep grief. You've worked through the fear of the unknown. And you are truly calming your nervous system to be able to live your life grounded, happy, vibrant, and abundant. And I truly am so proud of all of you. It truly is what makes my heart sing to see all of this happen for you. So today I'm going to bring in a little support for your creativity and the desires that you truly hold in your heart. There's been an energy of go, go, go in the air for a very long time. A decade ago, I used to call it the North American way with the energy of achieving, but oh my gosh, it's throughout the whole world. It's throughout the whole world, the go, 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 trying to achieve. It's been there for a very long time, and it's ramped up in huge ways. Granted, the whole thing with COVID coming in, it has made some people take a look at their life and pull back and know that that's not what life truly is or should be about. Beautiful. But we still have a ways to go with that. There's this need to accomplish more, to feel successful, feel good about ourselves, and that we're worth something, right? It's really created a society of work, 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 go, 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 do more, put our kids in more things. I see it all the time. I see it all the time with both men and women in the clinic, of doing more, getting your kids to do more, achieving more, and they don't get into nature. They don't get grounded, whether you're the child or the parent. You're always in the vehicle. You're always running to this, that, the other thing. You're always trying to prove yourself, be better, be more. There's always practice, la, 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 la. And it has created a society of dis-ease within us because we're never grounded. Illness occurs for sure. Depression, because we're not living up to the next person, and addiction can really come in, right? Now, I have been there, done that more than a few times in my life. I've moved through a lot of pretty tumultuous times in my life, a lot of instability, a lot of loss on many different levels, a lot of mm, projections from other people, a lot of criticism, whatnot. And it definitely has taken me down at times. And sometimes maybe I do still drop in there for sure. But we are here experiencing being a human, and that all happens. It happens to every single one of us. Where we need to go is to keep coming back to a place of truly, truly knowing who we are and where we come from as a soul. And that all that we want to experience within our hearts is possible. And we just really need to tune into that and live our lives from there instead of how others expect us to or how they want us to, right? If they have issues around us stepping into our heart's desires, that's on them. That's not on you. By you accommodating their fears, their, what is she doing now? You're doing nothing but suppressing your own soul. And that's where all the other stuff comes in. Okay. So we're going to do a meditation and a light language transmission today that will bring in a lot of support that we need to access what it is that is in truly the womb of our heart. That what is wanting to be expressed. Our heart is the seat of our soul. It's where our soul truly lives within us. When we do work within the traditional 7 chakras, the womb within females, obviously we know where that is, and that's in our sacral chakra, but men also have this as well. The womb is where our wants and our desires, that sacral chakra, our wants and desires sit. It's the experiences, it's where we hold the experiences that determines the status of our one-on-one relationships or how our one-on-one relationships play out in our lives. And, we take a look at that when we're doing traditional chakra work. Are we connected? Do we have community? Are we just on our own? Do we have actually connection with ourself? It has a lot to do with our one-on-one relationship with ourself as well. And this is where we go in traditional chakra work to tune into our creativity as well. Okay. So just need a little water. So by connecting with the wisdom of our heart and the creativity that sits in the womb or the sacral chakra area, we tune into our divine timing better, more succinctly. We relax our nervous systems from truly being able to live from this space within our hearts and connection. Okay. Now, over the years, I have done a lot of work with flower essences. It's one of the original healing modalities that I worked with back in the day, back in the 90s, to help with emotional issues. I've done a lot of workshops on that with women's health. I, did a beautiful workshop with women at a herb gathering on the island with flower essences. We went and gathered the flowers and made the essences. And maybe we'll go there in the summer when all our flowers are blooming. I'll show you how to do that. It's very easy, very easy. So we can make flower essences, we can buy flower essences, but we can also energetically bring in that essence of whatever flower essence it is that you want to experience. And that's what we're going to do today. Okay. So the one that I really want to sort of concentrate on and bring awareness around today is one that's called Downy Avens. And so Downy Avens is a deep pink bud-like flower that when it grows, it points to the earth. Okay. So when we look at the doctrine of signatures, the doctrine of signatures is a herbology phrase that when we look at a plant, it can often have the signature or the look to it of what it does for us. So one of the ones that you can really see and get into your head and recognize what a doctrine of signature is the bleeding heart plant. Okay. We've got the beautiful little flowers of the bleeding heart plant, and they have that little drip to them. And, you know, it forms that beautiful, beautiful red heart. And you can see the bleeding of the heart. And that is used for when somebody is really moving through a lot of grief. So that's what I mean with the doctrine of signatures. Okay, we can look at a plant, we can look at a flower and see how it actually may work within us. So now the Downy Avens flower plant has that signature. Okay, so I'm just going to show you that. Give me a second. Share screen. Okay. So as we look at this plant, how it grows is it grows very close to the ground, first of all. So it's encapsulated in that beautiful little bud. Okay. During its growing season, it will grow pointed down to the earth, close to the ground, to really think of root chakra stuff. We're really building the foundation, okay? Staying close to the earth to really nurture itself, to really help itself grow. It stays encapsulated in that beautiful little bud to grow, nourish itself, possibly figure out what it wants to do when it comes to us taking it, right? Or experiencing it. And then when it blooms into this beautiful flower at the end with these beautiful wavy type arms to it. Okay. So those little the flowers that you look at and how they wave in the air, they are full of a substance called silica. Now, silica is something that we take internally to help with our tendons and our ligaments and the suppleness of our joints, the suppleness of our skin. It brings helps us hydrate ourselves. Okay. So when we are out in the world and we are living our dreams, we need to flow with what the world brings at us, right? So the silica in this flower it represents that type of flowiness that we need to kind of roll with the punches and the spontaneity of what life brings us, right? And be able to move with that, move instead of being stuck in the mud, stuck in our old belief systems, stuck in the old patterns. It gives us that beautiful movement and the flowiness within our bones, within our tendons and ligaments and joints, and we can move with what our heart wants to bring us. Okay. So I just wanted to give you that picture to see how it actually grows and how it stays closer to the earth while it's growing and forming itself and formulating how it forms within life, just how we do, right? And then at the right time, it actually stands up and points itself to the sun and opens up and flows with nature. And that is how we utilize this flower essence. Okay. I'm just going to bring that down. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So, it's like, as I said, it's during that, the culmination of the flowering, when it reverses the direction and raises itself to the sky, it brings in that sun illuminated air. It brings in the elements of air, light, and helps us shed light on what we want to bring to the world. It sheds light on what is truly in our hearts, right? So it encompasses all of the elements within it as it grows. Okay. So in many ways, this flower essence will, in different times of our life, we need to tune into our heart to find its expression, to find its purpose, and to truly embrace that. Okay. So typically this flower essence is really beneficial for those who are stuck in that go, 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 trying to achieve the outer goals, go, 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 and the desire for that external achievement thing. It's for those who are living their life for society, what maybe their parents want them to do, what their friends want them to do. Maybe they've grown up with a certain group of friends, and now they've kind of evolved into different things that they've learned on their own, and this group of friends is still over here. What happens is we can come back to that and still try to live our lives from what they believe and what was once true for us, which was really good at that point in time, but may not be so true for us anymore. And we need to expand and evolve and move forward. And when we live still connected to this, because we don't want to lose that friendship, we don't want to lose that connection, that stifles us over here. And we're not able to move forward. And definitely I have had that happen in my lifetime for sure, right? It's the desire for the external achievements of being seen as successful, having all the money, having all the things, having the kids doing everything and being the best at everything that they do, having them in this, that, the other thing, and stressing them right out, and stressing yourself right out as well, because you're running like a chicken with your head cut off to all these different events. Right? So it's the outer goals. It's that person who lives for that outer goal, that outer achievement, to be seen as such a thing that society or friends, family, whomever wants to see them as, but they're not truly in their hearts. So this is when we bring in this flower essence of Downy Avens. Okay. It's by nurturing that inner womb within your heart, the creativity that sits there, the wants, the needs, the desires within your heart. And it allows us to connect with that heart aspect, that the heart interests, the heart desires, right? And it helps get us out of feeling that outer pressure or the sense of failure that can occur when we're not doing it. We're not doing life as others want us to. Okay. So that feeling of failure because we're not doing it or we haven't achieved what our parents want us to, or what our friends want us to, what our spouse wants us to, that feeling of failure can be transformed with this flower essence and help get us on the right path. Okay. Yeah. Beautiful. So again, when you think about the doctrine of signatures with this flower, this plant, it initiates the growth in the spring, staying close to the earth. It's pointed downwards. The plant stays small, forms in little bunches. Okay. Then it reverses as it flowers, and it suddenly shifts its direction towards the sky, and it opens fully. It elongates, it opens fully. It even has that color of pink. Pink is the color of the higher heart. Okay. So those little feathery heads, again, are full of beautiful silica. And silica, these little feathery heads can sparkle and shine within the sun. And it really helps strengthen us, brings a strength to our tendons, our ligaments, our joints, everything within us. It strengthens us, but enables a beautiful, flowy movement within our physical bodies as well, within our emotional bodies. So it's a beautiful thing for what's going on in the world right now, because a lot of us feel really stuck because we're fearful of moving forward from what has been planned out for us. Right? Okay. Side note. I was in New Orleans in January for a holiday, which was beautiful. It was I love that city. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of history, and it was a lot of fun. And we went to a restaurant one night, and apparently, I'm not familiar with how the schools work down in the States, but there's a break time. It's not spring break, but there's a break time where, students from all over will come for a weekend or a few days to New Orleans just to kind of let loose, right? And there was young adults from Georgia that were there letting loose, and they were in this restaurant. And when you think about the like what you see on TV, the history, the sort of what you would consider normal life within Georgia, very prim and proper, and very, like, I could just sense the projections from the family of how these kids were supposed to be in life. The boys were dressed to the nines and very very correct in how they functioned in society, very I don't even know the words for it, but the women were the same way, very prim and proper, did the right thing, smiled at the right time. I watched one girl who, she would kind of get a little bit of a solemn look on her face, and then when somebody interacted with her, she would just automatically bring on this beautiful smile, but you could tell that it was so forced, right? And that's what I don't want to see for you. Now, we can find some semblance of happiness in there, but when it comes right down to once we reach an age of 35 older, even in that 35 range, we still have the hormones pumping through us where we are adaptable to what goes on around us. We're adaptable to what life brings us. We're adaptable to what family needs, right? And that's a good thing when we're mothers. That's a good thing that we are adaptable to that, and we're accommodating, more so accommodating. Once we reach another age of going through menopause and we don't have that same hormonal cycle, we drop into a different era where we drop that adaptation type energy. We drop that accommodating for everyone else energy. That's done now. The kids are grown, everybody's got their career now. And now it is more a hormonal balance of coming in and stepping into what is truly in your heart as a woman and also as a man. Because now you have raised the kids with your wife, you've got your career that you want. You should be in a very nice, stable place to now enjoy what it is that you've been working so hard for, right? But nowadays, we want to get to that place beforehand, before we reach that age. We want to live that life from our heart more so, right? Okay. So this flower essence is very beneficial for those who have been stuck in this pattern of living their life for others and what others see them as, what others want them to be. And probably the most outstanding example I've seen of someone truly living from their heart is, and I'll bring her up again, as I bring her up lots, a young woman who, grade 11, grade 12, was really struggling with what she wanted to do in life. All her friends are applying for university and this, that, the other thing. And when we talked about it, she said, but I really don't think it's what they want to do. I don't think it's what they really want to do. They're doing what their mom and dad want them to do, or they're doing it because their friend is doing it. And they're applying for this and they're spending like 3-4 years in university. And I don't necessarily want to do that. I don't even know what I would apply for. So we talked about it for a bit and I said, so what is in your heart? And she said, I want to sing and play music. And I said, well, why don't you take a year off and do just that? You're working in a little coffee shop right now in your town. Ask them if you can play for an hour on a Saturday afternoon or an evening, whatever, and just do it and see how it feels. Like step out there just a little bit. It's just a little coffee shop. People know you around town. They're going to be there to support you for sure. Just do it and see how it feels. And then see what comes. Maybe you want to go into, college or something that teaches music or whatever you want to do, right? But just do something different to expand your energy a little bit. And so lo and behold, she is now 20. Now remember, this was when she was in like grade 11, 12. She's now 20 and she has like 3 huge companies wanting to sign her and make her a star. So that is probably the most extreme example that I have come across with my clients on really following your heart. And oh my gosh, I am just so over the moon proud of her. It's been so wonderful to watch her. And yeah, so that's what it means to follow what's in our heart instead of what everybody else wants us to do, right? It's amazing the opportunities that come for you when we do that, and the joy and the experiences that come along with that, right? So Downy Avens flower essence helps us do that. Okay, it gets us out of that intellectual, technological type lifestyles where we're kind of alienated from what our heart's deeper desires are and our purpose. It gets us out of what other people want us to do, and it really helps us engage with our own heart, and therefore it'll help keep us out of those states of like depression and boredom and restlessness, even chronic fatigue that can come along with a lifestyle of living your life for someone else. And I know tons of you can relate to this. I can relate to it. Been there, done that. Expand and open up just a little bit with what you do on a day-to-day basis. But truly, more importantly, go into your heart and see what it is that it holds there for you. Okay. It's when that soul's desire that sits in the seat of our soul within our heart, that womb of our heart, that our lives get stymied. Our soul's passions get stymied. And we can run into dis-ease, depression, boredom, addiction, chronic fatigue, and pain. So let's not go down that road. Or if you already are down that road, let's get onto a different road. Okay. So we're going to do a little meditation to bring in the essence of Downy Avens. And I just wanted to bring up a couple more things in relation to that flower essence. So when we go into, again, the not only the doctrine of signatures, but just the medicinal qualities that it may hold, it really does. In Chinese medicine, in traditional Chinese medicine, it works within the channel of the Bao Mai, which is a direct link between the heart and the uterus. Okay. The heart houses what's called the Shen. It's, our soul, again, our soul's desires. It's the soulfulness, the consciousness of our soul that sits in our heart. We want to come down from our head into our heart to sit in that Shen energy, that heart consciousness energy of what is true for ourselves. And this flower essence definitely helps us get into that area and connects the heart to the uterus, like I was saying with the traditional chakra work, how we get into that sacral chakra of creativity and how we tune into that creativity there. Okay. So the womb in women gestates this process of development. Think of building a baby, right? So it gestates this development of this human being to be birthed into the outer world. So in a similar manner, the heart does this as well with the seeds of the soul until it matures into the world. Just like the Downy Avens keeps pointed to the earth, working with the gestation of those seeds, and when it's ready, it opens up to the light, to the sun, stands up with still the silica to help us move through life with ease and grace and movement, easy movement, right? It's beautiful. So there's other plants, there's other flower essences that can support that. There's always the wild rose. So roses of any sort to help with our heart, strawberry, raspberry, those plants in particular, really work on, I use those as uterine tonics when I'm working with women with menstrual issues. Hawthorn really works on the heart as well. We can combine this with so much to help us move forward and in tuning into more creativity and helping us expand and strengthen our heart's desires as well. Okay. So unfortunately, lacking in our modern culture is that tuning in of the feminine quality of the heart and its womb-like capacity to gestate the soul's creative vision and purpose. And with the energies that are in tune with this year about us stepping into our true purpose, this is a great support for us. Okay. Yeah. So again, I want you to remember that both men and women have this womb soul that really needs to be nourished. These seeds of creation need to be nourished until they reach that maturation. And then we open up, right? And again, the gift of this beautiful flower. Okay. All righty. Let me just see if there's anything else I want to bring in. One of the flower essences that I'm going to bring in energetically in this meditation is that of iris. Okay, we all know what an iris looks like. They are one of my favorite flowers because my grandma used to grow them all the time in her garden. So it really connects me to her and her beautiful heart. So with iris, it also helps support that unique expression of who we are. Okay. And it is especially great for those of us with the limiting beliefs about their little artsy fartsy side. Okay. There's a lot who say, I mean, I am one to say all I can draw is a stick man, right? And that's been true up until now, and maybe I'll give it a whirl at doing some drawing after this transmission, but it really helps bring out that artsy part of us and gets rid of the limiting beliefs that we are not artsy, we are not creative. And artsy doesn't necessarily mean being able to draw, being able to paint. There's a lot of different aspects to being artful, artistic. So iris really helps bring out that artistic identity within us. And it helps, when we've suppressed that artistic ability because we are so into office work, so into computer work. And we know women have been going down the masculine road of business. So it helps women come into that little artsy fartsy part of them as well. Men also, there's been such a huge push or such a huge many decades now of the masculine being the main thing that's driving the world. And now as the feminine comes in and the creativity to bring forth our gifts that hold in our hearts comes in, iris is a beautiful flower essence to bring in for that. Okay. Yeah. All righty. So onward to a meditation. So we're going to do a meditation to bring in these essences. And I am also going to be doing a little bit of light language. I did my own tuning in before this session, and I was guided to bring in light language for this session. I just wanted to explain that a little bit. Light language is a language of love from God. In religion, it's often called speaking in tongues. Okay. And so why it comes in like that. So it is a very, very loving energy, a loving God energy for us that brings in information that we can't understand on an intellectual basis, because otherwise our brains get in there and they try to figure it out and we get off into left field somewhere and get thrown off our meditation, right? So the light language, or this language of love, comes in from the heavens for us, comes in from God. It works with our higher self so that our higher self can do whatever needs to be done to work through some belief systems, to work through some old ancestral patterning, to work through some emotional blockages, whatever it is, old beliefs, works with our higher self so that it can do the job and we can just sit back and relax and receive. Because with all the masculine energy of the past decades, We're so much into the do, go, go, go that we just do not often receive. So this is what I'm going to get you to do. Sit back and receive. Okay. All right. So as we know, journey members, we take those 3 beautiful deep breaths to activate our parasympathetic nervous system to bring us into feeling. Okay. So sit back, lay down, whatever's comfortable for you. If you fall asleep during this transmission, that's perfectly fine. Your higher self, as I said, takes this transmission, takes this energy, and does whatever it needs to do for you. Okay. All right. So close your eyes. Take those 3 deep, beautiful breaths through your nose. Just let it out with a sigh, first of all. Another breath in. And with this exhale, just release your morning, release your day so far if you're listening to the replay. One more breath in. And with that exhale, just feel yourself just drop into your seat one level deeper. So as you lean back in your chair, as you feel your back on your couch or your bed, if you're lying down, I want you to tune into the back of your heart space, the back of your heart chakra, and just bring breath to this area to open up the back of this heart chakra to help you receive, to help you relax, and to open up to receiving support from the universe, God, your higher self, and all the divinity and angels that are here to support you in the unseen realm. And I say unseen because most people have just not gone there yet to open up, to be able to see this. Open up to receive the support. Feel that beautiful hand of God, your higher self, your soul on your back, supporting you, to help you receive this transmission. And with another breath, feeling safe with this support, be willing to open up the front of your heart, expanding with breath, the beautiful loving energy of your heart space. Good. Bringing your awareness now to your root chakra at your tailbone and sensing or seeing or just knowing, feeling that there is a beautiful grounding cord here for you to connect with Mother Earth at her center. Feeling as this energetic cord runs from your root chakra down your legs into the earth, connecting with your Earth Star chakra, just a foot into the earth. This is your place here in this life. And feeling that energy go further down into the center of our beautiful Mother Gaia. And just seeing and sensing and feeling that beautiful grounding, swirling energy she holds, the love that she holds for you, the support that she holds from you, from this realm. And connecting at her heart, feeling her love, feeling her support, and feeling all of that expand up into this grounding cord for you to connect with your physical body at your feet, your ankles. Feel as it fills up your calves and your knees, your thighs. Feel as it supports your root chakra at your hips so that you truly know that you are worthy in this lifetime to be here. Feeling her love and her groundedness come up into your sacral area, just below your belly button. Grounding all of your wants and needs, grounding your creativity into this earth, into your place here. Feeling that beautiful swirling grounding energy come up into your solar plexus as it relaxes, grounds you, relaxes your nervous system. And feel it coming up into your heart. And connecting with the seat of your soul here. Coming up into your throat with an allowance, a feeling of allowance, of opening up to speak what it is that you want to create and experience here while connected with her on this earth plane. Coming up into your head, feeling this beautiful grounding energy, opening up your third eye to be able to see this path that you want to take. Clearing the path. And feel it coming up to your crown chakra at the top of your head as it opens up to connect with universal God energy, love, unconditional love coming down from the heavens through all your upper chakras, down into your body as it connects with this beautiful grounding energy of Mother Earth. And feel this beautiful unconditional love. Maybe it's a white light that you see come down, going all the way down your body to connect with her at her core. Seeing and feeling, knowing that this grounding energy from Mother Earth and from the heavens is connecting with one another, filling up your whole physical body. And truly connecting in your heart space. Now see, sense, and feel with a breath, your heart space opening even wider, making room for this unconditional love from both source energy and from Mother Earth. As you feel the support in this life from Mother Earth within your heart, And you feel as God, creator, source energy shines its beautiful light into all the little spaces of your heart. It goes down through all the arteries, ventricles, each part of your heart, shining light into your tiny soul room. It opens up that door and shines the light on what it is your soul truly desires to bring forth. And as you see these desires, you may see ties, you may see walls, you may see chains. You may see ancestral DNA blocking these desires from coming forth. You may feel that it is unsafe for these desires to truly step forward. Now, I want you to remember the picture of that beautiful flower of the Downy Aven. And remember the signature that it holds to open up. There has been a gestation period of the seeds of these desires within this flower in your heart. You can see as this beautiful plant within your heart and its beautiful pink, higher heart loving energy is within your heart. And it has been growing there for quite a while. It is ready to bloom. Just to open up and allow the essence of the Downy Avens to come in fully. As it senses and feels the warming light of God, creator energy shining upon it, it starts to turn its bud towards this light. It feels the safety of this creation light coming from the heavens. It feels the safety of Mother Earth holding it strong, supported. And as you feel this support and this beautiful, warming, loving light coming from the heavens, shining on this Downy Avens beautiful pink plant, feel as it starts to open within your heart. Feel as all those little feathery arms start to wave and open up, releasing all the desires that your heart has, all the desires and experiences it wants to live in this life. Still feeling grounded in the support of Mother Earth within your heart. See and feel as this light from the heavens shines upon these little feathers and the silica beads within, as they shine and sparkle and dance within your heart. fully embodying this essence of this beautiful plant that nature, that Mother Earth has to offer you, as it blends with the nourishing love and light of the heavens and God. Both working together to support this life that you're living. And with that feeling, that openness, feeling the beautiful sway and suppleness that you can create anything it is that you desire as this flower blooms. We bring in the loving language of the higher light to support even further. Ashim ala an sikira an shikrosho. Si an karoshikra an pira an siru. Ila an sirako umurarashikra. Brahmin ishikra an sikra. Unchura anki ola ama. Sika an shikra un su amalacha. Si an kara an shurunumu. Brahmin gara an sila hashku. Ila an so shukuru umanarashikra. Tu alama chikra ansuru. Si ala shakara ansu shuru mana sakya. Inshu amanasi su ansika. Shi alama ansi ankorosho undara. Li akara shakari ankaraman suru umbu. Ki ala saka prim ankara. Hi ala ka shakara ambu rashakara anti unkoroshuko. Si alama ansu. Shu, shu, shu. So unkorosakara antish umburshko. Ima esha eta ala sikoroshukoroma anteshu. Sianjukoroshu. Sitting in a beautiful heart expansion. Connection with your higher self. The higher realms. The groundedness of Mother Earth. Know that you are safe and it's possible. You are so worthy and deserving of moving forward to living your heart's desires with ease and grace and fluid movement. Being able to see the path that connects directly with these higher realms to allow you to achieve walking this path, to support you in walking this path. And with that, we are complete. And feel some movement come back to your fingertips and your feet. Feel some movement in your hips. And take a big stretch if needed. Mm, beautiful. You can open your eyes whenever you're ready. Hmm. So with that, my dear journey members, I wish you a beautiful, beautiful Valentine's Day of dropping into your heart and opening up those desires that sit there, that have been sitting, gestating, waiting to bloom. I am sending you so much love from my heart to you, connecting with your hearts, connecting with your souls. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for being part of this community. It truly lights my soul. So have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next journey session. That is the last Thursday of this month. So we will see you there. And any comments that you want to leave in the community of how this has helped you move forward will be so fully welcomed. I love you all. Have an amazing day.